so Apple is the world's largest public company with a $2.7 trillion market cap. So how are they going to continuously beat their own benchmark? Let's dig into it. Now, I believe the reason why I was able to generate millions in revenue from my previous design agencies wasn't because I was the best product designer or the best salesperson. I think it was my genuine obsession with product strategies. I obsessed over how my clients could grow and expand. So if they wanted more users or sales, I could prove that I could help them achieve it. And in most cases, I actually did. So really, this video is me obsessing over strategies again, and I want to share one of my predictions around what Apple's potentially most controversial product might be. And if I'm right, it's going to be huge. Now, I also use Apple products every single day, including my iPhone, the Pro Display XDR, that actually costs $12,000. But I have to say, it is ridiculously beautiful, and if you have some spare cash, it's definitely worth it. And my MacBook Pro 16-inch 2022 model. So let's first dive into Apple's progress over the last few years to help you understand the bigger picture first. Then I'll reveal the prediction right after. All right, so Apple generated $365 billion in revenue in 2021. Now take a look at this graph real quickly. Most of the revenue is broken up into 5 key categories, which includes sales in iPhone, iPad, Mac, other hardware, which Apple does not disclose, making it a little harder for competitors to see how each product is performing, and Apple services, which includes their software-related sales. Now, what do you see in this graph? Now, what's interesting here is that iPhone sales, which makes up 50% of its total revenue, has been consistently declining. Sad face, there's only one category that's been consistently growing, which is their services sales, which is related to their software and subscriptions. Pretty interesting. Now, here's a big indicator to me. Apple also has been seen leveraging their hardware and software dominance to crush competitors. So in 2021, Apple launched a new privacy update, which asks users whether or not they want apps to track their usage. Now, obviously, no one does. So with most people opting for do not track, this negatively impacted Facebook's advertising platform significantly, which people have predicted a $12 billion loss in 2022, and their stock price has been collapsing. Dun, dun, dun. Now, what's interesting is that according to wired.co.uk, in August, Apple job postings suggested it was now building a self-service platform for businesses to book ads to be served to customers through Apple products. Seems pretty convenient to me. Now, as you can see, Apple is not stopping. They have so much leverage. They own the operating system, the services, and the customers. With this comes major tailwind opportunities. Now, another little indicator to me is that Apple has always been positioned as a high-end brand, targeting a very particular audience. However, as of 2016, Apple has been promoting the iPhone SE, which is a much more affordable iPhone. This indicates to me that Apple has an overarching goal of capturing even more of the market and trying to onboard more people onto their operating system, which I believe they can then monetize later with their services. So in the end, they're not prioritizing the luxury brand anymore. They're prioritizing on capturing a bigger piece of the market to really monetize with their services platform. All right, so here is my prediction. Here's my prediction, is that Apple's next major move is to bypass Google's search engine and really own the eyeballs for the $150 billion search market. Now, this is controversial because there is an agreement between Apple and Google. With a quick search, you can find endless articles around how Google basically pays Apple to stay away from search. It's like telling your sibling to give you some of the cake, and if they don't, you'll go tell mommy and daddy. But how long will this last? And with some of the tactics they implemented, including how they sidestepped Facebook, I can't help but think that they are learning and gathering a humongous amount of data in the background and eventually going to come out with their own solution. Now, if they can, not only will they retain users within their entire ecosystem, they will increase the retention. They will also unlock a $150 billion market dominated by Google right now. Now, this idea was triggered back in 2020, but why am I talking about it now? Now, previously, to search on your iPhone, you had to swipe all the way to the left. It was fairly hidden. I always thought this was really inefficient and thought, why does Apple not bring the search bar out onto the home screen? Which then flowed onto the idea of why can't Apple's search help me do what I want to do, which is search for things. But not just within the apps of my iPhone, but in a broader sense. Now, in the latest OS, I was pretty surprised to see Apple move their search to the home screen. Finally. Now, this was the moment when I thought to myself, holy shit. So let's take a look at how they've actually constructed their search experience that they're prioritizing now. So apps are a major part of the iOS ecosystem. The more apps we download and use, the more powerful and profitable Apple becomes. They take a 30% cut of every sale within an app. And now they also know what we are actually engaged in. Now, the second point is around driving Siri-suggested Safari-backed suggestions. They're owning what we search for and the browser we're using. If you didn't know, Apple owns Safari. And also, imagine how many people are actually clicking on these links suggested by Siri. We're practically training Siri to become smarter and more precise with her suggestions. Now, once you click on into a result, we're within Safari's vision. Now, in the end, I believe Apple is inching its way into the search engine space, and they're going to eventually give Google a run for its money. They've already prevented Meta to track their users and claimed it was a privacy move. What sort of tactic will they use against Google? Now, just remember, it might not come off as literal as you may expect. They might design the search experience to look and feel more native to the operating system, like its current one. But in the background, it's actually doing what Google is doing by crawling the entire web, indexing all the pages, scoring them on authority, and all that good stuff, just to keep the lines a little blurry to keep Google away from them. Now, I'd love to hear your thoughts. Let me know in the comments below. Am I going crazy? If you enjoyed this video, make sure to gently smash that like button, subscribe for the diehard fans, and if you are still hungry to learn more, make sure to watch this video.